Okay, welcome to me and the Boys podcast. Again, we really need to change that name, but I haven't come up with anything for that.
Shady won't do it.
Shady
Shady
won't
won't
do
do
it.
it.
I am CVS Superman, and this is Captain Brandon. Well, you know what? We're just gonna go with it. Don't even try to contest it. That's what we're gonna go with. Um, as you can tell, it's just us. Shady is
Wait.
late as always. Even I was late. I will completely admit it was
I was here in time,
9:15.
dog. I was here in time. I was here at 9 o'clock sharp.
No, you were not. I can prove this. You were not. I put podcast time at 9:16 p.m. Okay? Don't even lie. Cause okay, I don't even want to hear it. I was even late because I was playing Warzone with some of my friends. Very
And you
fun
did
game, by the way.
and you didn't tell me you were playing Warzone, man. What I mean, what's going on?
We were in
Huh?
squads, man.
Yeah, I was playing Warzone all last night or all night last night. You didn't text me nothing.
I wasn't playing last night. Yeah, I play Warzone, but you wouldn't
Well,
like any of, well, actually, they wouldn't like you at all. And
why?
you know, we'll get into that later, which is what I was trying to get to, but you weren't speaking for like the entire time that I was talking.
No,
But
I was speaking, but your thing wasn't picking it up.
right, yeah,
So,
mine wasn't picking it up.
it's,
But all right, let me repeat basically what I was kind of saying, which you all already hear, but maybe you can add some input this time.
yeah.
Okay, so what I was talking about when we had to retry this is the Ferrari exclusive club. And now that I realize I may get blacklisted for this, but like they're gonna find us, we have 5 subscribers. Like they're gonna find it. Okay?
Shoot, like this episode's gonna shoot us up to
Yeah,
10,000.
basically they're just gonna come around. It's like you talked about it. You're gonna die now. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, so when I'm talking about the Ferrari Exclusion Club, because I was listening to a podcast, which actually I will pull that up so we can all go follow it. It's actually I really enjoy it, and I think like it's called Random Car Guys on the Google Podcast. And I was listening to the one where they just talk about F1, and then they were talking about McLaren, and then the next one was about Aventadors and the exclusive Ferrari Club. Basically, I'll take it into context. Um, I'm on top of this Ferrari Club. I don't know how. They said, you know, what would you like to buy a La Ferrari? And I'm like, I mean, I can't because I don't have $3.4 million. Can't say I have. But I'm able to afford one or able to purchase one. And I'm like, if you have the money, yeah. And I'm like, how? It just said that we just they basically just said they thought I was worthy, and I'm like, okay, we'll go with it. But anyway,
Yeah, where are you like cheating yourself all the way up the damn list?
yeah, basically
Faking your names.
they just took me from the very bottom, which by the way, I was already in the middle, and we'll get to that here in a second. So what he said is, so basically to get to the top, you have to buy like the small range Ferraris, then go up to like the special edition, and then once they think you're worthy enough, they'll say, you know what, here we will give you that, we'll give you that, and I'm like, okay, sure, we can go with it, but I don't know if it's gonna work there, Chief. But, you know, whatever. So, what you have to do is, let's just say you bought a Ferrari 360. This car is not really sought after, I would say. It's not really special in a way that it's not really, like, expensive. You can buy one for, I'd say, 100 grand or 40 grand if you want to go for the cheap and it has a ton of damage, but that's a lot of damage. But basically, the idea is you buy some of those, then you go up to the 458, 458 Italia, the F12 Berlinetta, then you get up to the 48 Pista and the F12 TDF, and then you're able to purchase that LaFerrari, that Enzo, those cars that are more, I guess, more sought after and high priced. Or, if you don't want to spend all that money, what you can do is spend a lot more money. Actually, actually a little less once you get to the end of that. Um, is you could take 500 or 800 grand, you give it to them, and you say, I want to buy your race car, your challenge car. So it's basically a 360 or a 458 challenge car. And what it does is it's basically just like a kind of like a stock car or a GT3 racing series. You just go around and you race. They give you, of course, pit crews, extra parts, all that stuff. They'll give you all that. And basically, you're basically just racing them with a bunch of other people that was able to afford the car. And you just go and you basically race for them year and they immediately take you to the top of the list. It's very interesting, but it costs almost $1 million. Yeah, it's quite expensive. I would not say it's worth it, but I don't have to worry about it.
First thing, you would never, ever, ever find a Ferrari in my garage. I would only have one foreign car, and that would be the Lambo, because just or just because the Lambos are pretty good. All my other cars would be old school American muscle, the new American muscle, and then um just like I would have like the Shelbys, the GT40, um the Vipers. Like I'd have everything pretty much muscle car in my garage. Only car that I would not muscle car would actually be the Lambo. I would not buy a Ferrari.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed you would not be. I thought you would maybe buy like a Daytona, like a Ferrari Daytona, because that actually, even if it's Italian, it's actually made and tested at Daytona. So I don't know. But I understand that's what you are. I can't say I don't. The most American car I have right now is the C8, which we'll get to that later. I have some good news, but and some bad news because I can't figure out how to put it back together. But that's besides the
Oh,
point.
the most American car I got is a 1969 Dodge Charger painted matte black with the blower on it, and I might or might not have a bottle of Knox in the back. So
So
I might
basically,
just
you're
keep
just gonna
that.
blow the
I just,
engine.
I'm just gonna keep that unofficial and say maybe, maybe not. I might not have a bottle of Knox.
I may or may not have $1 million. You'll never figure that out.
Right, 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 right.
So that's basically it. But let's kind of go off on the whole idea is I'd kind of like to do a what I was actually gonna save this for a new thing I was working on with Shady, but he hasn't responded to me. So yeah, it's great. But basically, we're trying to get to a point where we can have a bunch of different people that I know, and we're gonna rank them on the scale. This sounds weird, and I'm gonna be honest, it sounds wrong because it is. But we're ranking on the people of what cars they own and how many. And sorry, Shady, you're on the bottom. You own a $1,000 C10. Then we got my friend Tum Tum, which hopefully will be on this, but he's a busy person taking pictures and stuff like that. And he basically he owns a 2016 Subaru WRX STI manual 6-speed, like like the Impreza. So he owns that. I would say that's more mid-range, I would say, and then of course I'm at the high range, but that's because I work places which I can't disclose that information anymore. I'm not allowed. I made sure to ask, and they said no, no, you cannot. I'm like, oh,
What about me? Hold up. What about me?
well,
Where
you
am I
don't,
at in the scale?
you don't, you're not on the scale.
Okay, that's some bullcrap. All right,
I
that's some
agree it is.
bullcrap.
I agree it is, but I'm gonna explain this, okay? And the reason why I'm saying this, and it's not to be mean, but when me and Shady were just doing our podcast on the own, we talked a lot more about cars than we did anything else. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to make a full just car podcast where we just talked about that constantly instead of doing what we're doing here and just talking about whatever we wanted to talk about. Which is nice and all, and it won't replace it. It would just be something different for the people that are coming from Shady's channel that are just for the cars and are just going to want to hear about it. So basically what it is. By the way, I'm looking at this thumbnail for the C8. He got that spec on point, bro.
For the yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. That's my actual spec. That's exactly what it looks like. However, it has 1,000 horsepower. Yeah, cough. I guess now that I brought that up, we should talk about that. So, Brandon, you know that a lot of people are now, with their C8s, are going to the twin turbo build, correct?
Yeah. I've heard about that.
Well, I went a different route. So, I went the route of something that I never heard of, but I just recently went to look it up. I'm going to look it up again to make sure I get this right, because I am not a expert on it by any means. But, have you ever heard of a twin charged engine?
Actually, you wanna know what's funny? I've actually worked on one of those before.
So you
It
know what
was
that
in
is?
yeah, it was in a what was it? It was a '65 Mustang. I think they put it into.
Well,
But
that's what I did. That's what I did to the C. I put, I'm
mm-mm.
looking at it now, so I brought up the article so you can read it while I'm reading this. I took the C8, I put a twin turbos on it, then I put a supercharger on it to make it the first ever twin charged C8. The only problem is, I can't get it all back together. And the reason
Yeah,
why is because they didn't come
it's
with
just too big.
instructions. They didn't come with instructions. It's
Yeah,
not too
because
big. I
you have
actually
to.
edited the basically here's what I had to do. I had to take the entire engine out, rebuild it from scratch, make new plates, new gaskets, new headers, new everything. Basically made a whole new engine. The only thing that's different is the block. That's stock. Everything else is completely basically it's no longer a stock car, nor was it going to be for very long. And I put the engine in, it works. It worked beautifully. We tested it, it works. Only problem is I can't seem to figure out how to put the bumper back on. So technically it's not finished yet until I figure out how to get that on. But when it is, I will be testing it and give official numbers. But we said it's supposed to estimate to make 1,200 horsepower.
Well, that's the thing. Hold on. So back when I did this Mustang, which I have pictures of it, we had to custom make the body and extend it out. Uh, you know, it's a '65 Ford Mustang fastback. Pulls out 1,000, I think, maybe 1,200 horsepower. But we had, hold on, I'll send you pictures of it. that one. So now first. Alright, can you still hear me?
Yes. What
Send
is
them
that?
through.
Is that a 69 Mustang, but they ruined the entire car?
We had to fix it. We had to extend out the bumpers, make it into a wide body, even put the twin turbo the twin turbo supercharged engine into it. But yeah, we had to extend out the bumpers. We had to put we had to put two air filters right next to the air right in the front of the grill. But
So yeah, so
I mean,
that's what I'm working on. And of course, I'll have to do some tests to make sure it's still getting enough air and stuff. But and of course, I
well,
had to upgrade the drivetrain and stuff like
well,
that because it's not
well,
working properly.
that's why we had to put the air filters in the front grill because we found out that I think it was like overheating or it just wasn't performing right because it was enough airflow. So we had to put the um air filters in the front bumper, and we actually had to extend the air thing on the top of the engine, um, or on top of the hood, so the airflow coming through the hood and through the grill. So, but
My cat's getting into trouble.
oh.
Cat, what? Yes, just play. Have fun. Okay, I'd like to talk about something, and you were gonna bring this up, but I'd like to talk about it more because I want to, and I'll have to see how it records and stuff, maybe do some things, but I am now recording this podcast in OBS. So there's two things. There's Streamlabs OBS, which is what I was using before. I've been using that for a year now. I've now just started to get into using OBS Studio. I think OBS Studio is the way to go, and maybe I'll have to stream tomorrow to give it a full rundown.
Oh, I use when I stream on computer, I use OBS Studio.
Well, that's what I'm
Or
going to
okay,
use.
actually, before it was OBS Studio, it was just OBS. Um, you would want to use the 64-bit. The 64-bit
Right?
does
Yep,
more
I
things
have
than what the 32
64-bit.
does, though. Okay, I want to make sure it's 64-bit. But yeah, it's kind of harder to use than what Streamlabs is, but I would recommend use OBS than use Streamlabs. So
Right, and the reason why I was using Streamlabs before was because I was recommended it. My friend told me that's what he uses, and he's been streaming a lot longer for me. And I thought, you know what? Let's go with it. Let's see how it works.
which it was working perfectly
It
a
was
year
working
ago.
great,
It was
but
it, it was working great a year ago, but now it just seems like it takes too much CPU. It does too much this. It lags too much.
it doesn't take
So
too much CPU. But right now, my internet is performing at the best, and I have to stream at the worst pixelate bitrate physically possible, just to make sure it doesn't lag a frame and doesn't look like I'm streaming it on a potato. And it's like the weirdest
potato
thing
string.
because my graphics card is basically at the top end for a GTX, which I thought was plenty for streaming. I know RTX would be nice, but if I had an RTX, I'd have to get a 4K monitor, and I just don't have that, nor do I really want that. It's not really necessary.
Buy a
So,
4K monitor. Stop being a baby about it. You'd be fine.
however, I could buy a 44-inch 4K 70.
TV.
Not a TV. Nope, they have a monitor that's curved. It's $1,000.
Oh my god! Why would you have a 44-inch monitor, dog?
I
Ugh.
have a 55-inch TV right in front of me. I don't want to
Yeah,
show you.
that's what. No, I have a downstairs. Well, in my room I have a 55 and a 60. I think, or a 55 and a 40. No, it might be a 55 and a 50.
This is again
But
gonna
they're both broke.
this is again gonna sound like a really bad. Like, this is definitely a flex. I have an 85-inch ULED TV downstairs. Well, actually, it's just on this floor, actually, not downstairs. But
You want to know what's funny? So do I. I have actually no, I have
can
a
you afford
seven.
ACA? That's what I thought.
Wait, no, wait, no, wait. Say it again. Can I afford what?
Can you afford a C8 Corvette?
Oh yeah. Funny
That's
guy.
that's what I thought.
Funny.
I'm sorry, I wasn't.
Yeah, I'll go get my 69 and we'll see as he wins, buddy. Because
Okay.
my 69 pulls out right under 900 horsepower, buddy. So
Mine, once dynoed, will do 1200. We'll probably do 1,000 to the wheel. So good luck.
I mean,
And
you
also
know,
remember, I'm mid-engine, so all the weight is on the back wheels, which means I get almost instantaneous launch, which is one of the best parts of the
yeah,
C8.
but I might or might not have a bottle or notch or two in the back, so
But
I
I
might
might
have big.
also not have a boost gauge, which will turn up the boost even higher, so I can. Yeah, and it also doesn't mean that I could use any other car in my garage that would be way faster than your car, even
Well,
with nitrous.
I mean, we just have to find out and see, who's actually
We'll find
faster.
out.
I mean,
We'll also find out which one lasts the longest because I still believe mine will. You'll instantly engage NOS and it'll go.
that will put it over my way over to you.
Oh, maybe.
You
Maybe your
get
blower will
caught with
get
the
across
knob.
the finish line first. The car is already destroyed, but
Shoot,
maybe the blower will get there. We'll see. But
shoot.
but no, it's basically back on OBS. So we'll see how it goes. I haven't gotten any notification that it has stopped streaming or stopped recording, which is at 22 minutes. It looks good from my monitor, which the monitor I'm using is not very good, but it's not bad, but not very good. So,
Maybe we should stream some Warzone.
how about no, because I'd be streaming it through my PC or PS4, and I don't want to do that. And also,
No, so okay, so you don't have it set up like Shady does then.
no, I do not have a Elgato capture card.
It works very well. I can tell you that right
I
now.
know it does. I
It
just
works very
haven't thought
well.
about that. I might get it when I get a PS5.
Shit, they didn't even come out. I heard others are getting set back because of the virus.
I still heard it's coming out around Christmas time.
Yeah, but we'll find out.
We'll find out. We'll see. This is
Because I was looking at something before I even jumped on. Apparently, Trump was like, "Oh, it's gonna come back in the fall, the virus." And I'm like, "Oh, that's great. More stuff to be shut down for another freaking month."
okay. This is a controversial topic, and I still believe in this. So you can go off on me whatever you care. And yes, this is a bad thing, but you know what? This is my opinion, and I'm entitled to my own opinions, just like you are as well. I believe we should all get infected. And the reason why is because
I
if.
think we talked about this. We want to get all infected just so we don't have to worry about it anymore.
Right, that's how it works. Once your body
But,
fights off the virus itself, it will have. It's basically an immunity.
well, think about it though. The weak will die off. So let's say everybody gets
AKA
infected.
natural selection. I
Huh?
mean, natural selection. Charles Darwin.
Yeah, half of the freaking humanity. Okay, everybody gets infected. Half of us probably will end up probably going down.
That's because they have heart disease because they're
Oh
American.
yeah.
Which, by the way,
I have also seen that apparently the coronavirus was actually made in a lab.
yes,
So
that is well. Yes, technically it was, and here's how it actually works. People were in China were doing experiments to bats. It got out into the bats, And of course, Chinese people have a weird obsessity with eating animals that are not supposed to be eating, aka bats.
I'm just saying, dogs and cat taste like chicken. All right, that's all I'm saying.
How would you know?
Chinese
Hmm?
restaurants, baby. What are you talking about?
How would you know? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but
I walked into a restaurant one time and I heard a dog and cat barking me out in the
oh yeah,
back.
that's
So
Chinese restaurants. Oh, that's why I don't eat Chinese anymore.
oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm still eating Chinese. I'm really about to Chinese is so good. I can't
It's
stop eating it, dog.
it's not that's not something I'd rather be doing. I don't know.
Oh, world.
It's a little bit more difficult, but I wouldn't say it's anything to be, I don't know, worried about.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's hopefully it will be over soon. I heard we're gonna start opening things back up slowly by tasks.
My my governor just my governor just my governor just put out that she's extending the thing until May 20th.
Don't you guys have protesting going on right now?
Yeah, there's protesting.
Yeah, how well is that going?
I don't know. I'm not part of it. I'm staying my butt
What are they
inside playing
even
video games.
protesting about? I didn't
So
even look. I just heard
no,
about it.
they are protesting because they want jobs back. They want to start making money. They want to do this
Oh,
and that. They
you
want their
don't
freedom back.
say. You don't say. Literally.
I'm just like, you guys are being stupid, man. What kind of stimulus
You
checks
guys
over
are
here, dog? I don't
spreading
know
the
what you
virus
whining about.
yourselves. You guys are literally spreading the virus yourselves. I mean,
Well, the thing is, I think they're staying 6 feet apart when they're doing.
like, what are they doing?
I think they're lining the line 6 feet apart, 6 feet from front to back, 6 feet from side to side. So they're just walking 6 feet in front, 6 feet in back. So
I don't understand
I
people
mean,
sometimes. I really don't. It's
oh, and I don't even wear a mask. Honestly, I mean, I don't. My governor or the governor's like, yo, you do wear a mask? I go, the fuck, I ain't wearing no mask when I go outside. It's stupid. I'm like,
all I'm
if I
gonna
get, if I,
all I'm gonna say is I think, at least for me personally, I'd like to get it over with. I'd like to get the I don't even know if I had it. That's like the weirdest part.
yeah,
I don't know if I had it. So I really don't know if we are I don't know if I've ever had it, cuz I did feel a little bad, or I did feel or I did feel a little sick a little bit. I had some issues. That could have been it, but I got
say
past it
that could
in a
be
couple
mine.
days. So I can't say I did or didn't. It's not something.
I'm gonna get some holy water and spray it on you. Get back, you demon.
So I don't know. So that's so I really don't know. It's kind of hard to tell what we're going
Yeah.
basically what's gonna happen, but you know, if something bad happens, okay, something bad happens.
Well, here's the thing, though, and I'm just putting on. What would you want? Do you want the Thanos snap, or do you want the virus? That's the question.
I'll take my chances with the Thanos snap. To be honest, I'll take my chances.
Oh Jesus, I'm a bad, bad human being. I don't
I'll take my chances.
know. That you just kill Thanos and take the glove for yourself. And just be like, okay, ready for this? I'm gonna snap it. Ready?
You're gonna snap all the bad people away instead of Thanos snapping all the good people away.
Everybody in prison. Poof. Oh, look at
Poof.
that. The prisons are all free. It's more people. I don't know. That would. I mean, dude, that would suck to be a penalty. You just all of a sudden.
You went to prison. You immediately die.
Shoot.
It's I
Or instead of going to prison, the judge is sitting there with Thanos and just
you're just sitting
okay,
there.
just sitting there and be like, okay, so at prison, so if you want to go to prison, all right, fine, like that. Come through, come through with like a vacuum, just all right.
It's I don't know. It's a little different.
But
All I'm gonna say is that we should just see what happens. If something bad happens, we'll know. We'll understand that
and we
it's
as a podcast team will be on the first one to say it on the podcast.
yes, we will get to it immediately. That's why I'm checking Twitter right now. I'm making sure I get all of the new news. It's
Man, don't check Twitter. Don't just type it in and see what comes up. I mean, type it in. There's so much crap that comes up about it. So it's funny.
it's it's weird. It's not gonna be I really don't know. It's gonna be a weird, interesting time. That's why it's kind of hard to talk about anything.
Uh, okay. I got something. I for the next category. I got something to talk about. I just saw.
Okay.
Is that okay? That's huh. All right. But yeah, I mean, this virus crap is just annoying the hell out of people. It's crazy. But
Uh,
but so I just went into my email, just because I got multiple things. I had multiple emails. I had to keep checking, whatever.
right.
Well, I just looked, and I had something about Call of Duty come through. I was reading it.
Mhm.
Apparently, Rust is on mobile.
Yeah.
It says big week for Call of Duty. Rust is on mobile. New LMG and more for Call of Duty Mobile. Apparently you can get a free watch from Call of Duty Mobile if you link your Activision account. But the thing is, Rust is now on mobile for free, and I'm like, Rust was a big, I think, computer game, wasn't it?
Rust. Yeah. It
I
was a big
don't.
game.
Yeah, Rust is now on mobile.
Right.
That's kind of
Everything's going to mobile. I just
she.
I just buy Nintendo Switches. Just that's your best way to mobile game.
I'm
Do
actually,
not make games.
I'm getting it. I'm getting sorry, I can't speak. I'm getting a Nintendo Switch within probably next month or so.
Like I said,
So I'm gonna have
I
one of
don't
those.
have one. I don't want one, to be honest. I'm not really about that. I'm more about me just kind of just keeping it with the PS4 and the PC and my maybe overpriced racing simulator.
Oh, I am so okay. I am so stupid. Oh my god. Okay. Um. Okay.
Well, this
So
isn't news.
okay. When I say Rust, it means Call of Duty Map Rust from BO2.
Oh,
Not
oh,
yes.
the actual
I just looked
Rust
it up.
game.
Yes. Not the rest of Rust game. It says I just looked it up, and there's actually a YouTube channel, or it's actually YouTube JC Gaming. says my first game on Rust, new map at Call of Duty Mobile. So the Rust map that everybody loved from I think it was BO2,
Maybe. Yeah.
I think. I don't know exactly where. I swear it has to be BO2 because that's where a lot of really good maps originate from. Was from Black Ops 2.
Yeah, basically. Uh, yeah, we already knew. I was like, Rust's going to mobile? I'm subscribed to
I was freaking out about that because I was like, this is one of the big games that I
Because
wouldn't
I
be
was like,
surprised
bruh.
if I would. Right, because think about it. They already made Call of Duty Mobile. They made they
Basically.
made so many PS4, Xbox, and PC go to mobile. So I'm like,
Right.
I honestly would not, because they even made Ark mobile.
Right, I know. It's
Like
like the weirdest
Ark is
thing.
one of the big games out there.
Like, why did they make Ark mobile? I have no idea.
But I played a lot of Ark mobile because it was free, and I had one of the big old iPads, so I had like a big
Oh,
screen
you
on
had
it,
like the
and
iPad Pro, so just like you got that 14-inch display. Yeah, no, I know what it's I know what it's like. That's it's it's definitely
no. Rust was from Modern Warfare 2. Which
okay.
makes sense. It makes sense because they just released the Modern Warfare 2 uh, remastered for the
Right.
PS4, so that kind of makes sense that they would bring Rust into the
I
Call of
guess
Duty
yeah,
mobile
that's fair.
franchise.
That's
But
understandable. Hmm.
let's see what else I have from different ones. Bum, bum, bum. I'm waiting for a certain email to come through because I need something. Um,
I'm waiting for someone to text you back.
yeah, I know that too. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if he says anything yet. Let me see. Hold on. If he didn't, I'm gonna have to, we'll have to go on a little road trip down
We're on a
south.
little road trip. It's basically 30 minutes away from me. I can make that trip easy. I just have to have someone else drive me. I guess, yeah, I can
Um,
talk about that.
nope, he still hasn't. Nope, he still hasn't seen
Okay,
it or
so
hasn't even sent yet. So,
basically, in my household, there is steps from my room to the garage. Which, by the way, I hear some echo in the background, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that.
uh,
Okay, I think
I'm
it's
gonna
fine.
have to.
But, so anyway, I have these metal stairs. They're completely aluminum. And
Yeah,
someone didn't tell me that they spilled water on it. So I'm
it
going up
wasn't me.
these steps and I
It
just
wasn't me.
fly off. And of course, I do the weirdest thing where usually you'd slip and you'd like maybe hit your back or something. I do this weird thing where I flip. So I'm basically going stomach instead of back. I don't know. Don't ask. It's
Uh,
just weird. I just flip over and all of a sudden my knees are just going bang, 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 bang.
bang,
And
bang, bang, bang. It's like, oh.
basically I couldn't walk. So I had to be rushed to the hospital, do a surgery that I wasn't going to do until next Monday. Do it now. We have 3D printed carbon fiber kneecaps that are completely. So what they did is they took like a laser scan, like an X-ray, and scanned my knee, and they printed out a 3D printed, and then they took a carbon fiber option, and they put
Mm-hmm.
it on to add strength, and slapped it on with doing some.
They just slapped it right there and
They just
they
went
just went.
bam and put it on, just went with it, and yeah, now ever since I basically gotta keep for my knees to not lock anymore, which they said will do for a little bit until it settles. And is
Mm-hmm.
basically keep my legs crossed, which hurts sometimes. guys in the audience will know what I'm talking about. And I have to keep my knees
Wait, when did
always
I
bent.
when did I ever get that one?
So basically, it
Six
has to be
times
like a
as much.
90-degree angle. So yeah, so much
That's
fun.
weird.
Uh, it's it's lots of fun. I don't know. It's
So, I'm going through my emails right now. Apparently I bought Borderlanders the Hanson collection for free.
bruh.
I
Oh
I
no.
don't understand how.
Did you do the PlayStation? Because
I,
that was free for PlayStation. Yeah, I was able to cop
when?
that.
Because I thought you had to pay for it. Which
I
now it
didn't
makes
have to pay
more
for it.
now it makes more understanding. 'Cause I was going through my games yesterday, and for some reason it said I could download the Borderlands Hanson collection. I was like, I didn't even buy the game. I'm like, that doesn't make. Now it makes more sense that I actually did buy it.
So
That
yeah,
makes sense.
it's it's a little different. I will say it's weird.
Mm. You want to talk about? We want to switch over to games now, or what do you want to switch into now?
We can do some games. I don't know. I'd like
Because
to.
we could talk about what you said earlier about that game coming out. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
I really like the idea because it's the new Assassin's Creed, which I've played every single Assassin's Creed. I even watched the cringy movie.
I've played most of them. The only ones I haven't played, um, is of course was the one that I talked to you about,
Oh, Odyssey,
the mythical one.
Odyssey.
The Yes, the real one I haven't played was Odyssey. I played Syndicate. Love that. I love the two-player perspective type of thing where you can switch between like the twins. You either switch between the guy and the girl. Um,
Oh,
I recently just bought Origins, which I'm big like into like the gods, and so kind of like when I heard that Origins was the desert one, I was like, okay, I might, so I bought Origins, tried it out, and about like the fierce or the not the fierce, but what's his name? Like the pyramids and all that. Kind of like big into that too. So I like the game pretty much. Black Flag. That could have just went really really bad. Black Flag is still one. Black Flag is still one of my top ones that I've always played and just loved because you had
Origins.
the
You have the
because you had the
Origins
pirates,
ones, right? Yeah.
which it kind of made me mad because apparently I played Rogue. Rogue tried to copy that. They didn't do as well. Um, what other one tried copying it? It was Cody Rogue that copied it,
PlayStation,
and
relax.
it was Assassin's
Stop
Creed
trying to
Rogue and then
take
Assassin's Creed.
off.
What?
My PlayStation is taking off.
Oh Jesus! All right, you guys going? So you go
Do
right
you
into
hear
space.
that? It's just it's spewing up. It's going. It's going. It's like I'm ready to take off. Ah,
Or it's just gonna end up being like a bomb and just.
it's basically gonna blow me up, and you're never gonna hear from me again.
Well, in the middle of recording this, just be like, I'm like, oh well,
Basically,
I
it'll
mean,
end. It will keep recording forever and ever until it decides to stop.
or I
I
just
don't
show
know.
up at your house and turn it off.
Yeah, that's true. Either way, it's just gonna be a short one. Hopefully next week everyone decides to show their ass
Shady.
up.
And try
Jeez.
calling them after us and bitching them out for this.
Basically. So, usually we do YouTube channels and music. Not really into music at the moment. There's not really two big things coming out. The new KSI single.
Really, I just like going back to the originals, dude. Like the original rock. AC/DC kind of has like the
To
groove
be
of it.
honest, I think the newest song that came out that's really good is that new KSI Houdini. That was pretty good, but I don't think you'll like
Okay,
it because,
hold
well,
up. before we end the podcast, I really wanted to talk about this last week, but of course, I was busy last week, so I couldn't be on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of the diss track that Logan Paul made against Antonio Brown?
Bro, that was like in January. It's like three,
Yeah,
4 months.
we never talked about it. We have
We
not talked
did.
about it.
We talked
But we
about it
did.
when you weren't here. It's just Shady hasn't
You
uploaded
see,
that
you
yet.
see, guys would have to deal with these two. You would have to deal with this all this time with these two people.
What do you mean these two people? We're the only two people here. What do you
Yo,
mean by that?
Shady never answers damn phone. You answer me most of the time, but you never let me do anything.
Yeah, because I'm really conscious of what you're going to do and say. Like, you almost slipped up on Black Flag. How do you slip up on Black Flag? That's
I
not
was
hard to
talking
slip
too
on.
fast, okay? That's how I slip up on it.
Okay.
Oh, sweet bird. At least I fixed
I
myself.
just give
At
you a
least I fixed it.
I just give you a hard time. That's basically what I'm here to do. That's what boys do. It's what we do. It's what people don't understand. It's just what we do. We just talk crap about each other, and basically, as long as no one's heard about it, which I don't think you are, because you're fine. Shady might be, because he takes things way too seriously
I'm
sometimes.
just happy. I'm just happy we did not bring up the situation that I had to go through with a couple last weeks in my life. Kind of happy we didn't bring that
I
up.
don't think we should bring that up.
That's why I was trying to stay away from it. That's why I was like,
That's
yeah,
why
I
we're
was
not gonna
busy
bring it
last
up.
week.
Okay, that's fine.
I was busy last week.
Yes, we know. We won't bring it up, but let's just say Brandon was having fun last week.
First couple weeks,
Alright, and YouTube channel, I'm gonna have to go with. Oh, I'm gonna go with Bitwit. So who this person? It's like a Linus Tech Tips. Linus did a video with him where they did wife PC build off, and Linus's wife lost. Well, they both tied actually. He's a pretty good channel if you like PC building. I like watching him. He also does some car content. He has an Audi RS3 manual. So yeah, it's definitely a good one. You got one, Brendan?
Yeah, I'm trying. I was just looking at this thing. He goes by Cody, but he also his YouTube channel is Willie or Willie's Gaming.
Okay.
So he used to be in an old RP server of mine. He has a PS4 server. He does 5M PC role play stuff like that. But he also does a lot of games and stuff like that. He also does a podcast with um with EGRP, which is a big RP server that people probably know of. He does it with Sam the Man and people like that. But he has a small YouTube account, so I was gonna just shout it out. Willie Gaming.
Okay.
No, it's Willie X Gaming.
Also, we should
I
just
just
give a
saw it.
shout out, even though he's not here, and he will see this video. I'm not gonna send it to him, so you get the unedited raw footage of Brandon almost saying things. I'd like to give it a shout out. You will see it here from this 48 minutes. This man right here. His name's ConsoleHoarder. He's kind of a douchebag, but we love him for that. And let's see what his. I haven't even looked. He's at 606. Let's get him to 666.
Wait, hold up. Oh, he's at 606 right now?
Yeah, he's at 606
Oh,
subscribers. He's going
shit.
up.
Last time I checked, he was at 545.
Yeah,
He's
he's
that
not
boy
bad.
moving.
By the way, so if you go to this, so there's this thing of Gran Turismo Sport Part 55 where he does the championship. And if you look, I'm the only comment, and I literally say, "Do I need to teach you how to drive that car? It isn't hard once you know how to drive it."
Literally, when I watched him do I watched his video when he was trying to do the F1 series, bro. He took days to do
I know he
just
did. He
that
was
first.
talking about it, and I'm like, "Bruh, it's easy." I don't know what you're
And
talking
it's funny.
about.
It's funny because he was even because I don't know if you ever seen. I don't know if you've seen that video, but what he did is he was like he monologued his own voice.
Hmm.
As if I'm monologuing right now, I apparently did not beat it. So after many times, I had to go release some stress. All of a sudden, you see him look up on the computer, and he takes a very specific
So
word.
here's what he said. He literally said he told his friend there's a stupid jerk who was talking bad about me. And I'm like, bruh, it's just me. I also put this is Superman, by the way. He loves my comments, by the way. It's great. Either way,
Hey,
Russell.
oh, you know what I should have done? Oh, I should have done that. Anytime anyone comments on his videos, he gets it straight to his computer.
Right,
We
yeah,
should
right.
we should have commented to him to get on Discord. We should have done that instead of texting on Facebook because he would have got the comment before he even got on to the Facebook one. Yeah,